right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here's a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good afternoon everybody. We are back here for another weather video. I am filling in for Braden today as he's been filling in for me while I was on vacation. So we are going to dive into the nuts and bolts of today's weather in particular. So we're going to focus strictly on today's weather story, which is the possibility for severe weather. We're going to focus on that. We're going to look at the severe weather outlook. We're going to look at the model runs and more. First, let's dive into the current conditions, what we are looking at. And right now, if we look at our area, as you can see, there's not a whole lot going on right now, which is good. Now, there is a few showers going on around the Sioux Falls area. If we zoom in a little bit here for you, here is your current activity. You got a little cell north of kind of near Salem, another one up near Eagan, Flandreau, and then some more cells down near Canton, Worthing, Beresford area. And if we do a loop on this, these rain showers are moving in an easterly direction, not expected to be severe. These are expected to fizzle out as we go over the next couple of hours. Now, we are focusing our attention up north, kind of near the Brookings area. We have a team of storm chasers. As you saw on our social media, we did post it a little while ago. We do have a team of chasers that are out in the field this afternoon and evening for you guys. They will be live streaming as well, and they are up. They're going to be stationed in Brookings, and they're just going to wait things out, and if stuff develops, they are going to be on top of it. So they're going to be up in the Brookings area. For right now, as of now, there is nothing going on right now. There's just a few rain showers near the Sioux Falls area. Now, let's look at temperatures in our region. Let me go to that here real quick. All right, so let's take a look at current temperatures. And right now we have 77 in Sioux Falls, a little bit below average for this time of the year. 81 in Brookings, 73 in Watertown, 82 in Aberdeen, 86 in Mulbridge, and out west, 82 in Rapid City right now, 77 in Spearfish, 75 in Custer. A little bit warmer down in Nebraska. We got 91 right now in North Platte, 84 in Chadron, 86 in Valentine. Wow, look at that, mid to upper 90s there in southwest Nebraska. 82 in Grand Island, 84 in Omaha, and then into Iowa, 70s and 80s, 82 in Des Moines, 79 in Fort Dodge, 73 in Mason City. Up into Minnesota, 73 in Minneapolis, 73 as well in Mankato, 72 in Rochester, 72 in St. Cloud. So, again, plenty warm to storm, as they say. It is plenty warm enough for severe weather, unfortunately. Now, let's dive into the latest HRRR model run for you and give you a good idea of what you can expect here over the rest of the day. And now, let's hear a brief word from our sponsors at CE Construction. All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here's a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Alright, so let's take a look at the latest HRRR model. This is the current look. We anticipate thunderstorms to develop here over the next hour or two. Right now we're at the 5 o'clock hour, so you're going to be witnessing. You guys are going to be viewing this video in about a half hour from this. So about 5:30, you guys are going to be watching this, and from there, about probably around an hour before thunderstorms start to fire up, kind of near that Brookings area. And then those are expected to continue and kind of move slowly in an easterly direction there. Also could be some supercells here in Nebraska, and then also in Minnesota, and then eastern South Dakota. And then, as you can see right there, right over Sioux Falls, if that scenario plays out, that would be very interesting for sure on that. Again, severe weather possible here in our area, so we are just going to monitor it very, very carefully, and kind of, as you can see here, HRRR model usually is pretty good, usually fairly accurate. Not always, but it is a good tool that we like to use. Now this, by tonight, to show that thunderstorm activity, Minnesota, northwest Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, and Nebraska. Kind of right over Sioux Falls there. So if that plays out, we're looking at severe weather in the Sioux Falls area. So did want to mention that. Now it is interesting how this looks. This catches my eye a little bit because this looks almost kind of like a tornadic supercell. If that scenario does play out right over Sioux Falls. So I would say best to just be weather aware this evening, basically from now until overnight, through the overnight hours. You want to be weather aware. You want to have a safety plan in place. You want to have your precautions ready to go. All modes of severe weather are going to be possible. You want to make sure and have a weather radio if you got it, or just a way to receive watches and warnings. So that is going to be your best plan there. Now, again, that's what we're looking at. Again, severe weather on the table here, all modes possible. Again, large hail, strong winds, and isolated tornadoes all, unfortunately, will be possible here. This basically from now through the overnight hours. So that is the latest there on the HRRR. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys the latest severe weather outlook here from the Storm Prediction Center. So here is your severe weather outlook for the rest of today. We do have that green marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 there for portions of southwestern South Dakota, Nebraska, eastern South Dakota, into Minnesota and Iowa. But then we have a slight risk, level 2 out of 5 there in yellow. That is for southeastern South Dakota, northeastern Nebraska, northwestern Iowa, or central and northwestern Iowa, and then southwestern Minnesota. All modes on the table. Let's look at the tornado risk, and as you can see there, very much prevalent there. There's probably going to be a tornado watch issued this evening over the next hour or two for this whole area. Sioux Falls will probably be in a tornado watch based on everything we're looking at behind the scenes. 5% tornado risk there in tan. Again, Sioux Falls, Wagner, almost to Brookings, Tracy, Minnesota, Worthington, Spencer, Sioux City, Hawarden, basically this whole area in tan there. And then we got the 2% tornado risk as well, also surrounding that. So again, that is the area that we're most concerned about, is the area there in tan. So if you know anybody in this area, I know there's a lot of our viewers live in this area, Sioux Falls included there. So we want to make sure we are weather aware this evening. And then we got our hail risk there in yellow. As you can see there, Brookings, Sioux Falls, Spencer, Sioux City, O'Neill, there. That's your hail risk, and then your wind risk looks fairly similar. They're in yellow as well. So Sioux Falls basically right smack dab in the bullseye of this, unfortunately. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Again, Sioux Falls right in the middle of all this. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Now, tomorrow's risk is interesting. We do have a risk here out west, western South Dakota. Martin, South Dakota, you are in the slight risk. Kind of extends there. Nebraska into far southern South Dakota there. So that is a slight risk for tomorrow. Marginal risk there for western South Dakota. Pierre, Rapid City, Omaha included, and then Des Moines in the slight risk as well for tomorrow. So that is tomorrow's risk. Not as strong. There's not really a tornado risk either. So that's tomorrow. Not really seeing a whole lot for tomorrow. And then day 3, that's Sunday. This is Sunday's risk. Most of South Dakota, it's a pretty big risk there, pretty big risk zone, but the risk itself is not very likely. It's only a marginal risk, so that's good news there. After that, we're not really seeing anything, so that is the latest. But again, today, especially, that is the day that we need to be weather aware today. The rest of this evening, please be weather aware. We cannot stress that enough. We will be going live if needed, if we have breaking weather, like a tornado warning or just some nasty weather out there. We will be breaking in for you guys and going live, making sure you guys are staying safe and weather aware. And we will have chasers as well out in the field as well. So that's the latest for now. Again, we'll provide updates as we get them. There's probably going to be some watches coming out later, maybe a severe thunderstorm watch, but probably a tornado watch being issued later, and then the anticipation for severe weather this evening. So be weather aware, stay safe as always. We'll go live if we need to. We'll be here in the Storm Center covering things and making sure you guys are all right there. So we got you covered. Stay with T-Storm Chasers. Stay safe out there.